All right, Julie. Well, it has been reported that having no job is better for your mental health than being unhappy at your job. So here with 6 signs of toxic work environments and what you can do to try and keep sane is the detox strategist, Nicole Turner. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I mean, I think this is such a good time to be having this conversation because, you know, we're coming up on the new year.
Yes.
People really take inventory of, I think, their overall happiness, and the job component is a really big aspect of that.
Yes.
What is the difference between just being unhappy with your job and your job leading to some serious, you know, mental health concerns?
So just being unhappy with your job, you're just kind of coasting day by day, but it's not really stressing you or having tremendous impact on you.
Okay.
But if it's weighing on you mentally, it's affecting your personal life, it's affecting your health, it's affecting your overall happiness and joy, because we spend so much of our time at work.
We do.
Yes.
Unfortunately. All right. So if it's starting to seep over into your personal life and you're taking it home with you every day, that's really a cause for concern.
That's a big cause for concern.
Okay. So let's talk about some 6 signs that you are maybe in a toxic workplace. And number 1 is that there seems to be a revolving door.
Yeah. People come and go, and leadership doesn't even care about that. They feel like everybody is replaceable. They're not taking stock of why is everybody leaving? Why is turnover so high? What do we need to assess inside the organization to find out what's going on? So yeah, that's a big sign if there's high turnover.
Okay, and management just doesn't care.
Yeah, management just doesn't care.
Okay, speaking of which, toxic management, because it really is kind of a trickle down effect.
Yeah, it starts with leadership and management. And if the top is very toxic, it's going to seep down to the employees. And what it does is create a culture where everybody feels pressure. They feel like, oh my gosh, I have to go to work today. It's very impactful. It impacts the productivity of employees, and which in turn impacts your relationship with your customers.
And that's your body tells you maybe that things are bad.
You start to get sick. You're always having headaches. You have an upset stomach. When you walk into the office, you feel sluggish. You may catch colds often because that's the office stress weighing on your body. Your body's saying something is wrong. This is not the right environment for me.
Interesting. Okay, so literally listen to your gut.
Yes.
And then your work-life balance is non-existent.
No. If you're spending most of your time at work, and even when you're leaving work, you're still at work. When you get home, you pick up your laptop or you're checking your phone and you don't have time to just relax, take a bath, hang out with your friends because you're so focused on, oh, I didn't finish doing this today. I really need to get this done.
Well, now let me ask you though, because nowadays, you know, with smartphones and if anybody still has Blackberries or, you know, with these devices, with our iPads and stuff, you are always expected to kind of be on call and to respond to an email, even if it's 8 o'clock at night and you technically are at home. What should you do about that?
Well, in most jobs, you're not really expected to respond because, you know, there are certain labor laws that are in effect now. With most positions, you need to just check out, and your boss needs to understand that when you're off the clock, you're off the clock, because oftentimes they're not paying you for responding to emails at 8 o'clock at night.
Absolutely.
Set the boundaries.
Okay, another sign, inequality.
So if you find that only certain people are impacted by the rules in the office, you have these toxic coworkers who are doing all types of things, but the rules that are put in place by the organization does not impact them. It's usually the good employees who are getting the rebuttals from the bosses and the negative behavior. So if you see that, okay, I'm doing the same amount of work as Nicole, but Nicole gets all the perks, or I'm doing more work than Nicole. And, you know, nobody's addressing that. That's an issue. You don't see fairness, and equitability in the workplace is a big issue.
And then lastly, the last sign is that the organization doesn't listen to its employees.
So every organization, if they don't, they should do some type of internal survey, organizational climate survey, to find out what the climate is for the employees. And if you don't do anything with those results, like take action on what employees are saying, it sends the message that you don't care about the employee. You're not interested in hearing what I have to say.
All right. So if you're checking any of these boxes of these signs and you're thinking, okay, whoops, I'm working at one of those places, quickly, what can people do to maybe try and get out of it or try and endure it, I guess, a little better?
So one of the things is to try to, you know, focus on yourself and what you can do within that environment. You know, yes, there's a lot of negativity going on, but try to find a positive in the workplace. There's always something that you can find. Find an outside source that you can kind of vent to and release your frustrations. It's very difficult sometimes to do that with people in the office because the office chatter, the water cooler talk, and that may create a different environment for you. And the final step, I would say, is develop your exit strategy.
Okay.
Because if it's not working, you need to start mapping out your plan to leave the job and find something that's a better fit for you, mentally, emotionally, financially,
physically, everything.
Yes.
All right. Your website, detoxstrategist.com.
Yes.
Really great tips, especially for right now as people kind of head into the new year and start thinking about making some changes to affect their happiness. Nicole, great to see you as always.